Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse. Today, we're going to be diving into Season 2 of Good Omens. You know, last time we stopped the apocalypse, and this time around, who knows what we're in for. As I have been informed up until this point, this season was kind of like a preparatory bridge season to kind of get us to where the story would have eventually gone in the follow-up. So a lot of this was kind of created and brainstormed to build the connective tissue that connects this storyline to whatever the next one was going to be. So that a lot of that setup was just kind of done. I guess like in the actual text or whatever, it just kind of throws you into the mix of stuff without any setup. So it was kind of like this recontextualization of it to kind of build it into it. And yeah, I'm excited to see how that works, how that functions, and then again, how that eventually inevitably leads us into the final movie that'll be closing the storyline out. Absolutely loved season 1, had a lot of fun. Michael Sheen and David Tennant were brilliant. There's no other way to put it. I love the humor, I love the sensibilities, I love the point of view shown with this in the world, and a lot of these different like ethereal concepts and stuff like that. Really enjoyed all that. And excited to see what happens next, man. With that all said, let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check that out over on Patreon. Over there, you get early access, and you also submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes. You can do all that over there as well. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also can suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all sent out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 1, chapter 1, The Arrival. Here we go. Before the beginning. What in the world? Before creation? Oh, shit.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Of course.
Which way up does it go?
Well, like that, just hold it tight. There we go. There you go, lovely.
What did
Thank you, you can put it down there.
what did you just do?
I've been waiting for this since, well, almost.
Hello. I'm Aziraphale.
Nice meeting you. Okay, here goes.
Nah.
Let there be everything from pages 11 to 3,602 inclusive.
Something meant to happen.
I was about to ask that exact same thing there.
Let there be light.
So they created everything? So what did God do here? Act through them. Oh, that's that joy. I mean, given this as context, if this is what actually happened, no wonder they were so protective over it. Even Crowley. Oh, what was that there?
You made it all yourself?
I mean, more or less. I wasn't the original concept designer, but I worked very closely with upstairs on it.
Interesting.
So what's it for?
How do we?
Well, what exactly does it all do?
All the dust and gas you can see is actually building about 5,000 young stars and protoplanets. Most of the universe's stars will come pre-aged, but these ones are only starting out.
Interesting. Aw.
Stars everywhere!
God, I love his excitement and glee.
You know, the current word from upstairs is that we'll be shutting this all down again in about 6,000 years.
What? Aw.
What's the point in creating an infinite universe with trillions of star systems if you're only going to let it run for a few thousand years?
Valid point.
Ah, the point. Well, you've heard of Earth.
Oh, wait. So this was like his own little side project.
Now, that's where the people that we're currently designing are going to be.
We're in R&D on that right now.
And then pretty soon there'll be oodles of them. They'll breed like, well, they'll breed like people.
You're, called a nebula. Right. Well, they exist just so that the people can look up.
Oh.
And marvel at the illimitable vastness of the Almighty's creation.
Fun.
Easy.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Everything, it's not just put here to twinkle. Most of it won't even be visible from Earth.
Yeah.
It's not our job to advise the Almighty on the details of creation.
Someone has to say, look, boss, this is a really terrible idea. Well, I don't suppose anyone could object to me putting a note into the suggestion box.
I don't believe the Almighty has actually created a suggestion box. I don't think it's our place to start suggesting that there should be a suggestion box.
Well,
I'd like it if someone asked questions. Fresh point of view.
exactly. You can see their dichotomy already building even before the fall.
I like the pinky glue bit in the corner. Look, word to the wise.
Also,
I'd hate to see you
very
getting
poignant
into any
that,
trouble.
oof, yeah, that David was the one that created all of this space for him to dabble in and dance and explore as the Doctor. Well, look at that. New intro? It seems to be. Oh, rabbits. I was like, what is raining? Thought it was babies at first. What in the world? Good Omens 2. Electric Boogaloo. Well, we're getting a little schmexy with our camera work this time around.
It's been such a rough couple of years between the lockdowns and the internet orders not coming. I could be out of here in 2 weeks.
Out of here? Why? Don't you like it anymore?
Oh, he's so innocent.
You said you were getting in some Shostakovich records for me.
I can't pay the rent. I'm so sorry. I can be out of here next week.
Oh, okay. He's the landlord.
Maybe if you were out of here, where would I get my records?
He doesn't care about any of that.
What if I were to just take these?
And we'll call it even.
I owe you thousands of pounds in rent. Those records would cost you 8. You can't just forgive me 8 months' rent.
I'm very good at forgiveness. It's one of my favorite things.
Aww.
Now, you have paid your rent, I have my music, and I know exactly what I'll be doing for the next 21 minutes.
That's a good arrangement. No, she's like, my whole life is going to unravel right now. I mean, it's like his bookshop. It's not there to actually sell books. Does his hair get more red?
The clarinet can make beautiful music.
What? This is the espionage lake, isn't it?
You want the Azerbaijani sector chief is over there.
I brought your mail.
Hey, whoa.
I don't understand why they won't just deliver them to your car.
Send the bills to
Wait,
Hell's
that's-
finance office.
I did.
Wait, yeah, that's Tracy? Right. I do remember one of the fun facts was that we'd be seeing a bunch of familiar faces playing new roles here. Okay, that caught me off guard for a second. I was like, how the hell did she just show up?
Don't give them bread, you idiot! Ducks shouldn't eat bread. What's the point of it all? Heaven, hell, demons, angels, and it's all pointless.
I keep planning complicated strategic strikes to spread misery and panic among the humans. And just as I'm about to put one into motion, they come up with something themselves which is so much worse than anything I could have thought of.
Yeah, I mean, he just took credit for a bunch of things humanity was doing already.
And something's up.
Upworm.
Up. We just got a rumor that something's going down in the up.
Going down in the up. That's funny.
Got anything for me?
Frozen peas.
What?
That's what you feed ducks. Frozen peas. They love them, and it's good for them too.
It's good to know.
Holy shit! What? Look!
What's got everybody's attention?
Holy shit!
Is he naked? I presume, yeah. What are you doing? Are you off to purchase some more pornography? Or has he been kicked out? Why is he holding a box? Gotta see John Hamm's hams.
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing here?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
Wait, what?
Oh, it would also be great to know where here is, and also who you are, and also who I am.
What the hell just happened?
Can I come in?
No. Oh.
His eyes also look normal and not purple like they were before.
It's not something you see every day.
No, probably a new delivery service.
Oh, shit, she was one of the nuns. I was trying to place it. I was like, she sounds familiar, looked familiar, and I just couldn't place it.
I'm not saying hell is complicit in this. I'm not saying anyone is complicit. I'm just saying if anyone is found helping him, we are prepared to use extreme sanctions.
Extreme sanctions?
Yes. Book of Life.
I'm on it.
What in the world?
So, you don't know who you are?
I'm me. I just don't know who me is.
Yeah, no contacts.
But you know me. You recognize me.
Well, I know someone who looks like you.
That's probably me then. I think that's one of the main ways you can tell.
What is going on?
You don't recognize me.
But he did come here all the same, though.
No. Sorry.
Something still compelled him to come here.
Why did you come to my shop?
I don't know. I just thought I should. You know what it's like when you don't know anything at all, and yet you're totally certain that everything would be better if you were just near one particular person?
No.
He has no idea what that feels like.
What makes you say that?
Oh, I think it's my brain, but I'm not sure. That's how I felt, that so long as I came here, that something terrible might not happen to me.
Wait, what?
This is amazing.
What's something terrible?
I mean, it's doing like one thing here and another thing here, and they're both totally different things, but they're both so good. I just know that it's incredibly awful, and that's why I had to come here and give you the thing.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, the box. What was in the box?
What thing do you have to give me?
I don't seem to have anything on me. Do you think it's important?
Well,
He was holding a whole ass box.
You just
Where
said
did it go?
was the only way to prevent something terrible happening.
Really? What?
I don't know.
Most things
Oh my
are fine
God.
in the end.
Are they, though?
Like this one time, I started to get cold. Now I have this neat blanket. Oh, and this
What
other time,
in
my
the world?
arms were aching because I had to carry that box for so long.
There you go. The box.
The box.
Would you just leave it outside? A little bug just crawled into the hole there. Shacks.
Something else I thought you should know.
Okay, basic demon on earth stuff. Either call on the phone and talk, or appear mysteriously. Don't do both.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on concerns Gabriel.
His royal smugness is in trouble. That's so sad. Is that all?
Oh my god, that's annoying. Oh, there's the fly.
What were you bringing me?
You're funny. I love you.
What the fuck?
Thank you.
The fly was still in there, though. Beelzebub? Does it have anything to do with them?
Please, try to pay attention.
Okay, so that was very intentional.
What's Gabriel?
You are...
Gabriel. Cool. I love it. Gabriel.
If anyone asks, you're not Gabriel.
Then what am I?
Well, you're,
John Hamm.
Jim.
Jim. Cool. I love it. Jim. Short for Gabriel.
No.
No, short for James.
James. Long for Jim, short for Gabriel.
Oh.
Please, tell me, what was in the box?
What box?
Oh my god, dude.
Hello, it's me.
Hey, he's got some new plants.
Should I say something now?
No, meet me over the road from the bookshop.
Okay. The hell was that? What was that about? I love the way they do like his driving in that car, man. It's so much fun.
Right, what's the problem?
Problem? Who said there was a problem?
You have 3 reasons for calling me. You're bored, you need to tell someone about something clever you did before you pop, or something's wrong. Take a big cup, put 6 shots of espresso into it, nothing else.
That sounds fun. Does it calm you down?
Not really.
Nina.
How's your naked man friend?
He's not. This is, Crowley. He and I
hear Bohemian Rhapsody.
Something big is going on in heaven. Do you know anything about it?
Possibly a little.
Anything to do with why we aren't in your bookshop right now?
Yes.
Is it something I can help you with?
No idea.
Oh, Mr. Fell, up the ramps. I just want to say you're an angel.
Aww.
Doing good again, Angel?
Oh, it hardly counts. Purely selfish action.
True.
Back again.
Just get final something? End of the day?
Pity, I thought it was my charming personality.
She got a little bit of a crush, I think.
Remember when we used to party and stay up all night? Now we're all in bed by 10.
I didn't go to parties.
We were a teenager, weren't you?
Not that sort of teenager.
Mm-hmm.
I need to finish closing the shop. My partner's expecting me home.
Oh,
Oof.
You have a partner?
Who really doesn't like it when I'm late? So,
That
hard choices,
sucks.
mint tea or chamomile.
But she was so warm, but she was still just so professional and just like nothing going on there. That sucks, though.
Oh, go on then, yes.
Jim? We know Jim.
Gabriel!
What's happened to him? I don't know. Ask him. I have. He doesn't know either. Ask him properly.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
What are you doing in this bookshop?
I am dusting.
This will be okay. We can just take him somewhere and leave him there.
What?
Take him where?
Wait, what? Just drop him in the ocean.
He is not our friend.
I don't think he really has any friends.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
What does your exactly mean? I feel like your exactly and my exactly are different exactly.
They're very much so very different.
What I need is for him to be nowhere near me and the precious, fragile existence that I have carved out for myself here.
I thought we carved it out for ourselves.
So did I.
Mm-hmm.
I am asking you to help me take care of him. But if you won't, you won't.
You're on your own with this one.
Probably something touchy because of his fall, based on what we saw in the beginning, maybe. That fly, though, there's got to be something about that box and the fly that was buzzing around it.
Just breathe. That's what humans do. And they count to 10 before they do anything stupid.
Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna go back anyway. What the hell?
See that bloke? 6 shots of espresso. He's smoking.
There's no law against it. You can smoke in the street.
I mean, look at him. He's smoking.
He's just powering up.
You're so angry!
Whoa! What the fuck?
I think that man was just struck by lightning.
No.
No, that came from him, I think.
This door's just auto-locked. We're going to be in here for a while.
Uh-oh.
My phone's dead.
So's mine.
Oh, lovely. Break the window. Wow. That would probably be a worse situation in hindsight.
You're saying that someone needs to give the orders, and that's going to be you.
There is no question of replacing the Supreme Archangel.
Is this Michael's ploy to, like, become in charge? They were working with Hell last season.
And that's you.
It's all of us.
Oh.
Led by me. I am duty officer.
It's interesting that they reversed the roles for Gabriel and Michael in this series. Hey!
And you are? Oh, no one. I mean, technically, Muriel, 37th Order Scrivener, but, you know, no one.
Why are you all the way back there?
I found something by the lift down on the floor.
A material object.
Why are you still back there? It's a matchbox. At least it looks like a matchbox. I can touch it. It can be touched. It's empty, though.
That's definitely an earthly object.
No shit.
I think he's gone to Earth.
Is this something Gabriel did or that was done to him? It's got to be some kind of ploy from Michael to usurp the throne, so to speak, that role. Oh, shit. That's disgusting.
I thought we had a generalized understanding.
We don't. They recast.
Is that a new face?
Yeah.
Well, this old thing. I've had it for ages. Such a pity that Hell never really appreciated your talents, Crowley.
It is, yeah.
What if I said Hell was willing to forget everything you did?
Why?
The Archangel Gabriel has vanished.
Not very likely.
If you found Gabriel and handed him over to us, you could name your price.
Oh, God.
Crowley, you know her better than anyone.
You need to go to a dentist.
According to what I'm hearing on a grapevine that obviously doesn't exist, upstairs is seriously troubled about Gabriel's
it's Michael.
disappearance.
Because they were like, I got my own people, my contacts, and they dialed right down here. This is some kind of
extreme.
Jeez, please stop.
Anyone found involved in Gabriel's disappearance will be erased from the Book of Life. They won't just be gone. They will never have existed.
Oh, that did come up.
I don't know anything about this, but I'll absolutely let you know.
What? Mid-conversation. Come on.
Somebody could just walk right into my shop and just take records.
If I owned a record shop, I'd be more worried about people breaking in and leaving more records behind.
What?
When my phone goes back on, there's going to be about 100 worried texts from Lindsay.
Oh. There's a half hope there.
Lindsay likes it if I text when I'm going to be more than 10 minutes late.
That's rough.
It's funny, I was sort of hoping we'd have a chance to talk, and now here we are. Locked in.
Here we both are.
Good old fashioned school of love and war. Get out of the way.
No, don't even think about it.
Nice.
Why sell records? Nobody buys records anymore.
Not true.
Originally, our shop was in a corner of Mr. Fell's bookshop. I think that's why he lets me stay on. Old time's sake.
Because what, his grandfather knew your great-grandmother?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, really? My bad.
Nice.
He went out and he went that way, and...
Oh God. What the fuck? Yeah, let's get out of that and into whatever this is.
I'm back. You want a big, I think I said the wrong thing, sort of an apology, or can we take that as said?
Quite like the apology, actually. I want a proper apology.
No.
With the little dance.
I don't do the dance.
I did the I was wrong dance in 1650.
Wait, what?
You were right. You were right. I was wrong. You were right.
What the fuck?
Where did you come back from?
Outside.
Outside? Is it big? Can I see the outside?
You were out there before.
We each did half a miracle. I could hide him from your former people, and you could hide him from mine. It would barely move the dials.
It would cancel out.
Count of three.
1, 2, 3, now.
Well, did it work?
I think it took.
The hell?
No one will have noticed a thing.
Oh, wait. Or is this for something else? Fuck.
There's a former angel in this up to his bookshop-owning neck.
Oh, shit. Well, about that not doing anything, apparently it moved the dial enough, in heaven, at least. That sucks. But yeah, I would put money that this is a Michael scheme to get Gabriel's seat. So, yeah, I don't know what the, like, okay. Going into this, it's already got such a very different vibe, you know, and I was kind of, you know, it was kind of alluded to from your all's comments going into this as well, that it would be very, very distinctly different. And, you know, yeah, it does feel less ensemble. It does feel more like a thing with just them, an extended cold open kind of vibe. The way it's shot feels different. The way that, you know, there's a lot of components of it that definitely have a different feel for certain than the last season. But I'm dude, I'll take more Aziraphale and Crowley though, because they were, I mean, I liked all of the shenanigans of all the different interplays and stuff in season 1 for certain, but like they were always my favorite bits. I am certain how that's going to project and continue on throughout the rest of the season though, because it does feel, at least right now, because you don't really know how this sets the stage for later. At least I don't, because I've not read the source material or anything like that, so I don't really know how what function this actually serves. So just kind of taking it at face value, you know, coming off the heels of what we just dealt with, you know, they're still trying to stay, you know, lay low. You know, they got away with what they got away with. They're trying not to get swept back into the sweeps of everything between their two factions. So getting involved in anything with Gabriel right now is a risk for both of them. So I don't know. It's got this air right now of like a bottle episode, or I don't want to say fillery because it's not. It serves a purpose, but it does have like a, I don't know, side quest kind of vibe to it of sorts, like a mid journey. I don't know. And I don't know if I would, I wonder how much of that I would feel that way if I didn't know the purpose of this season. I mean, there's definitely a discernible, noticeable feeling and stark contrast between the first and this one right now, especially in the direction, the cinematography, and all of that also. But I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. John Hamm, getting more of him central and front line. Getting to see him ham it up is fun, and just playing into more of their interactions. And again, with that little preface at the start of this too, getting to see Crowley before the fall. You know, God fixating on the earth, humanity, the plan, the 6,000 years, pretty much everything we dealt with in season 1. But he's like big picture. He's like, oh, look at all this, the possibilities. He's setting the motion for life to form itself, the world to form itself. He's like, oh, this will eventually bake and become this, that, and the other, creating the stars, the celestial. And he's like, and they're like, yeah, that's cool, but nobody's going to be able to, it's just going to be up there. The main focus is it's just going to, he's like, it's a glorified wallpaper. Like the passion that he kind of had for letting life take its own trajectory, letting the chaos form. Even if he did know that these things would eventually formulate their own little protoplanets and stars and stuff like that. You know, like he said, some of them were pre-baked, pre-ready. Some of them will have to, you know, form over time. And then his reaction to the actual plan was kind of funny, because I thought the initial thing there, like the hint was that they did the creating on behalf of God, but no, this was just him doing his own little angelic little side project from the main one, which is kind of interesting. But you can see how that sets the stage for maybe falling in with the wrong crowd, the people who are asking questions. What is even the plan? Maybe a suggestion box. You know, Aziraphale obviously just kind of going with the flow for everything. Definitely setting their dichotomy there, but why Crowley would have eventually maybe have been just hanging out with the wrong people. You know, he's well-intentioned. He wasn't like, you know, it's like, I don't think that's a good idea. He's not trying to like rebel or usurp or take over or anything like that. But then I wonder if we'll explore his actual fall. But I liked all that. Again, a lot of romantic parallels, for sure, greatly hinted at, especially with the whole desire for him to show up. A lot of the exchanges and interactions, especially with Aziraphale, like wanting, you know, it's like, you know, I don't know. There's just a lot of that, especially when they first met as well. It's like there was that spark right then and there, but he doesn't know how to, like, say anything. And then we have this shop owner and this coffee shop worker. They kind of got something going on here. It explains why there was like a wall up, because there is this like fear, almost this like blockade. Obviously they're in a relationship, but it's like a toxic ass relationship. Whatever the circumstances before, some people are just simply overbearing or whatever. Something simple becomes a slight, and that opens the door for that. But I like that. It's just kind of framing that interaction between them. And obviously, you know, we got Aziraphale and Crowley as well. And I don't know. It's interesting how they parallel, but also just like showing off a little bit more of a scale of their abilities. We got some people filling in some of their roles here between the two gaps. We got a new Beelzebub. We got this character Shax. And then Crowley just literally blowing off some steam and then erupting this lightning into the sky. Not even... Like, how did that not send off alarm bells? Him just kind of like popping off like that, if he's so concerned about being found out. But now Heaven's caught wind anyway. But there's like a little bit of a power struggle within there about questioning Michael's intentions. You know, we saw last season, they were the ones that called Hell to begin with to poke around to Beelzebub, who also was playing coy about their contact in heaven as well. I mean, hell, Michael delivered the holy water, right? During the executions last time as well, if I remember right. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Again, I think it's interesting in this way. Like, Gabriel has always kind of been like a messenger. Michael, like the soldier, the leader, the charge. Because in most iterations, to my knowledge, it's like you have Michael, who's the right hand of God, and Gabriel, the left. Michael's kind of like the sergeant, the soldier, like the warrior, blah, blah, blah. Gabriel, more of a messenger and diplomat than anything. And they kind of reverse some of those roles of flip-flop some of that stuff. And then again, they've been doing a lot of different stuff like that with all these different characters. So I'm not like, I thought it was interesting because it's different than any of the other iterations yet again in the way that they like to play around with some of this kind of stuff. And I think I don't know, it's just one of those things I wanted to call out because it's another little spin, a little twist on all this. We don't know what exactly happened. They mentioned the Book of Life and bringing that up and the fact that maybe it could wipe you from existence rather than whatever. So did something happen with that? What made him lose his memory? He clearly still exists. He just doesn't remember anything. So what happened to him? That's our other mystery. It's like almost like a botched job. But yeah, I know we're going to have a lot to sift through for this one. Y'all have lots to say about it. So let's head to Patreon because that's about all I have right now. All right, we got Maria Stoicheva. Sorry if I butchered your name. I apologize. You can correct me later because I would like to know how to pronounce that. But anyway, just a quick clarification, ideally, before you start watching. You will see some familiar faces in this season. Some of them play the same characters, and they will be pretty obvious. Anyone else is playing a different, unrelated character. Apparently, the team loved working with them, and they came back in different roles. There might be a character or two who get recast, so look out for those. I caught some recasts, and then some familiar faces. Though, I'm wondering if the record shop owner is somebody we've seen, because I don't recall her off the top of my head, now that we're on that topic. Anyway, and to the questions, knowing what you already do about Season 2, what do you expect it to be about? Do you have any theories about the third season or what Season 2 might be bridging towards? Please give us your wildest theories. You will probably be wrong, but who knows? Right now, I mean, they set the stage for, like, Michael doing some shady shit. And I do think that there is some kind of power grab at play here. Some kind of allegiance. Because, like, they ended off last season talking about when it all comes down to it, it's not going to be just heaven versus hell. It's going to be heaven and hell versus humanity. And we get to see the creation of humanity in this. And so we already see this union between Michael and Beelzebub, or at least this open line of communication. So I don't know if they've got their own plans to turn against the creation itself, or I don't know, some power grab of some kind. And they've taken Gabriel out of the picture. He has kind of been a little bit of a buffoon up until this point anyway. So I'm not sure. And then we're going to have to like thwart that. That just makes me wonder what the hell even would Season 3 / the movie be, other than maybe stopping heaven and hell coming together to destroy humanity. Because that was what was set up, at least at the end of Season 1. So this might be setting the stage to how those events maybe start to come to fruition in some way, shape, or form. But then that begs the question, is that the plan of the creator or the created? And then who is the rebel then? I don't know. Lots of possibilities, though. That's about all I've got right now. Maybe we'll have a little bit more next time. Kaleidoscope here has, yay, Season 2, the start of a whole new adventure, and now that we're going beyond the book into what you might call the sequel setup. I know you're getting excited for the season based on some of the info we gave in our comments, so what do you think now that you've gotten a first little glimpse? How do you feel about the vibe compared to Season 1, and do you have any theories as to where the story is going? Nothing more than what I just said as far as where I think it's going to go, other than set up our characters to intervene between all the craziness that is going on between heaven and hell and whatever rapturous crap reigns upon humanity at the end of the day. As far as the vibe goes, I'll need to watch a little bit more because it does feel off. Not in a bad way, but in a different way. Right now, like just coming off the heels of this, I love that we're getting more Crowley. I love that we're getting more Aziraphale, the front and center. It's basically their season, their show so far, at least in this episode. So I'm kind of curious about how that will play in the long term. But for right now, there is definitely a discernible, I don't know how else to describe it other than filler-esque nature to it. Like, it feels secondary, if that makes any sense. Not in the fact that we're like in a second scene. I don't know. It just feels like, oh, we're here to just have some fun rather than it's actually narratively important. But then again, who knows? We'll see how it goes. Season 2 brought on the brilliant John Finnemore as co-writer. He's a UK comedy writer and actor who's done plenty of work for TV and perhaps is best known for radio shows John Finnemore's Souvenir Program and my personal favorite, Cabin Pressure, which features a pre-Sherlock Benedict Cumberbatch in a fantastic comedy role as an awkward, unlucky airline pilot. That sounds actually pretty interesting. I'd be very curious to check that out. And Finnemore himself, I love Sherlock, by the way. I love Benedict Cumberbatch. Finnemore himself as perhaps the most wholesome character ever written. If you enjoyed the whole back and forth between Gabriel / Jim's name, you should really check out more of Finnemore's work, because that scene in particular is quintessentially his style, fast-paced, witty. Yeah, I saw that he was the writer on most of these episodes because I was kind of curious about that going into this. So I did kind of peek at that. Nothing spoiled, but I just wanted to see who the main writers were for this season. And he's on all of them, but I think one as the primary writer. Absurd with a wholesome, a lot of heart. His writing is very distinctive, and I immediately knew he was responsible for that dialogue, which came in later confirmed. I've been a fan of his work ever since Cabin Pressure, and you can imagine my excitement when his involvement in Good Omens was first announced. He's a perfect fit for the show, and I've heard multiple people say they were more inclined to give season 2 a chance after they learned he was co-writing it. Also assuming that Katie will come in with more detailed commentary on the episode itself. So instead of getting into all of that, I'm leaving you with a fun fact about Crowley's hair. If you wondered why it's a different shade of red than last season, I did. The answer to that hair color code for this particular red is 666. Oh, fun. So just a little fun little meta-narrative way for the reason they changed the hair color itself. That's cool. But it was definitely noticeable. All right, Katie here with a novel of her own. All right, despite my best efforts to be concise, I've got another long one for you, but you're probably used to that by now. If season 1 was as subtle as a sledgehammer when it came to the romantic undertones in Crowley and Aziraphale's relationship, season 2 is as subtle as a nuclear bomb. Someone accused Neil Gaiman of leaning too much into fan service this season, to which he reiterated that he was just setting Crowley and Aziraphale up for the sequel he and Pratchett had planned over a decade ago. Regardless, I loved all the coupleisms in this episode. Do we know a Jim? This was something wrong. This was your something wrong voice. I feel you're exactly in my exactly different. Oh my God, damn it. I feel like your exactly and my exactly are different exactlies. The whole, I thought we carved this life out for ourselves. Yeah, there's so much wordplay like that throughout this. All of Aziraphale's sassy wife moments. I want a proper apology. I need to even mention the apology dance. Only David Tennant can pull that off, and pull it off he did. So many small moments, such as Aziraphale handing Crowley his plate, Crowley holding it up for him without any verbal exchange, felt incredibly married couple coded, 100%. Especially considering they've known each other since the beginning, and the whole wing thing. It's just a repeated theme there. There's even a great detail where when Crowley arrived at the coffee shop with Bentley, he instinctively took a few steps towards the bookshop before correcting himself. It's also funny to think Crowley goes around calling Aziraphale Angel in public, so like anathema, the whole neighborhood probably assumes they're a gay couple. Yeah, I thought about that as well. And then they also called him an angel too for being kind to them, and it's just so poignant. It is Soho, after all, which is famously liberal. But no matter how obvious it is to us, I don't think Crowley and Aziraphale themselves have caught on to the fact that they've been married for 6,000 years. I saw someone once describe it as though they are in love in a one-sided on both sides. And I can't think of a better way to phrase it. To be fair, it's implied celestial beings seen falling/being in love as something only humans do. Regardless, they're both idiots, but there are idiots. What a cold open. The whole thing with people getting usually confused about is how Crowley and Aziraphale knew each other before creation if they met in Eden. There's actually no indication the Eden conversation was their first. Aziraphale never even introduced himself there. He asked for Crowley's name because demons changed their names after all, after they fell. And as Gaiman confirmed, that wall conversation was their first interaction post-fall. Calling a demon by their angel name is the equivalent of dead naming them. So much so that David Tennant was only listed as an angel in the script during the opening scene. Gaiman refuses to disclose Crowley's angel name because that's not who he is anymore. Interesting. Yeah, that all lines up. That all tracks with what I feel like we've seen so far. And that makes a lot of sense. And even while he was a demon, he changed it up to go with the times to change things. Because it was Crawley before, and then they were like Crowley instead. Because he even changed the spelling after a time, if I remember correctly. So yeah, makes sense. There's an understandable confusion about Aziraphale's "we'll be shutting this all down in 6,000 years" comment. Gaiman later clarified that he meant 6,000 years from when Earth officially starts, not from when the conversation took place. Angels existed long before Earth, so this scene could have theoretically happened millions of years earlier. I would say I was lightly confused in that as well. Because it did make it feel like 6,000 years from this point, but yeah. Their conversation got a little more like, I'm a little confused by what you're talking about right now as far as the timetable. Let's see. The opening scene has some great symbolism. Obviously, it calls back to Aziraphale sheltering Crowley under his wing in Eden. But when Crowley does the same for Aziraphale here, his wings look slightly darker, which Gaiman confirmed was the intentional lighting detail in the tool Crowley uses to crank up the nebula. Also resembles the Bentley piece from the season 1 finale. Yes, I thought that's what I don't know. I thought that looked familiar, but I had trouble like placing it. Why that was the thing. Raised the question of whether it's the same tool repurposed later. There was also a deleted line where, after Aziraphale mentions a breeding pair of humans, Crowley asks how breeding works, and Aziraphale says, I have no idea. That's awesome. Back in the present, 4 years after the end of Good Omens Season 1, Crowley and Aziraphale seem to have settled into a new routine. Housing-wise, Crowley is living out of his car. Oh, wait. Out of his car, unbeknownst to Aziraphale, according to Gaiman. But you could even see his beloved plants in the back. I thought he was bringing new plants home, not that he was living out of his car. Well, I guess, yeah, his flat was compromised. Shax took his old place when she replaced him. Is that explained later, or are you just spoiling stuff for me right now? Or is this just stuff they don't really go into? You just have to roll with, and this was all explained after the fact. But now, Shax took his old place, though he seems to spend most of his time in the bookshop now anyway. But now the bookshop has a third resident, Gabriel, aka James, aka Jim, aka Jimbriel. To the fandom, is one of the unexpected delights of the season. John Hamm is great as always. He is delightful in this. I do love that we are getting so much more of him as well. Let's see. Crowley is far less compassionate about the situation, which makes you sense when you remember he was one of the ones who heard Gabriel say, "Shut your stupid mouth and die already." True. If you rewatch that scene, you can see Crowley, Michael Sheen's face, twitch as he struggles to hold back his rage at hearing Gabriel say that to Aziraphale. No one treats his angel that way. Cutting back to the angels and demons are sexless bit, Gaiman said that they only have parts if they make a dedicated effort. So unless Gabriel made that effort, he was a Ken doll smooth during that scene. Yeah, that would have made a lot of that more than him being naked would have turned a lot of heads. That puts a whole new meaning on to Nina's words. That's not something you see every day comment. That's true. Let's see. Speaking of Nina, Both she and Maggie are named after their actresses, Nina Sosnayan and Maggie Service. What a name, Maggie Service. Nina and Maggie played Sister Loquacious and Sister Teresa, respectively. Okay, so yeah, they are both returning. I just didn't remember our record keeper. In season 1, similarly, Shax is played by Miranda Richardson, who played Madam Tracy. She is the one more recycled actor later on. There's at least one more recycled actor later on, but I'll let you spot that one yourself. Lastly, we got another thematically fitting Queen song with a good old-fashioned lover boy, yes. The song even includes a lyric about dining at the Ritz. The coffee shop also played a classical instrumental version of Bohemian Rhapsody. Also, I thought there was like a whole thing for schoolboy lovers or lover schoolboy things, which as he was riding and driving to go after Aziraphale, that's what I made a connection about with the good old-fashioned lover boy one. Like, because there was that comment about the school for lover boys, and he's just driving like pedal to the metal to get there. This is unfortunately all the Queen we get this season. Not much time is spent in the Bentley. The show still includes special thanks to Queen in the end credits of every season 2 episode, just like the book and season 1. You finally reached the end of my lengthy ramble. Do you have any theories on what happened to Gabriel? Maybe there was some partial rewriting of the Book of Life, maybe to where it didn't get rid of his existence, but it got rid of his memory, the life he lived. Maybe, I don't know. How are you liking the cozy slice of life feel to season 2 compared to the nonstop chaos of season 1? I think that's what it is. I think that's more than the way I was describing it before, what the difference is. I do miss the adrenaline of that. The chaos of season 1, it does feel less chaotic, less energy filled right now. So I think that's what it is. Right now, it definitely is a stark contrast, so I got to see how the rest of the season feels like. Like, I love all of the components. It's just maybe, I don't know. I got to see how the story pulls me in, because right off the jump when you're dealing with like the Antichrist, the apocalypse, all this other stuff, angels, demons, blah, 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 it's like, oh yeah, let's go. Right now, I don't have that, yeah, let's go. Other than the fact that when they're like being like coupley, that's the only time I get that kind of vibe. It's just kind of like fun, more stuff. So it is hitting a little less hard for me in like the overall narrative sense and drive right now. And do you like the married couple dynamic that they got going on between Crowley and Aziraphale this season? So far, yes. So far, definitely yes. Let's see. And just for fun, here are some emoji hints for the next episode. Goat, comet, moose, salamander. I don't know what that is. Chalice? CD music. Until next time. Now, we'll decipher that one later. Then finally, hold up. Did I miss one? Oh, no, here we are. We got Melissa Aaron. I'm a minority opinion, but as mostly a Terry Pratchett fan, I wish they hadn't messed with success. Season 2 is almost 100% Gaiman in preparation for the posthumous Pratchett Gaiman season that never came anyway. Well, I mean, we'll be getting that story at least. Some of the stuff with Aziraphale is just no. They fall into the character of spoilers, but I'm very suspicious of anything that is like Crowley lecturing Aziraphale on morality. Some of it just seems messed up. A character who ignores divine orders to hand off his flaming sword to Adam and Eve simply wouldn't act that way. I suspect that this is partly because Crowley is Gaiman's creation, and part of the intro he showed Pratchett saying he was stuck. Pratchett said that he knew what happened next, and he proposed either buying it from Gaiman or co-writing it. And one of the first things he added was Crowley's counterpart, Aziraphale. Probably sound like Patton Oswalt on Parks and Rec, explaining why Star Wars prequels are dead to him, but despite acting of Tennant and Sheen, I'm not with it. Just my opinion. And that's very valid. That's very valid. And like I said, there's a very distinctive, different feel to this so far. I'm willing to hear it out and see where it goes. Also, Gaiman's not the only one writing this season. There's at least 2 other lead writers that are primarily responsible for a large portion of this. So who's to say what is what? But yeah, I can't speak on the other stuff because I'm kind of curious about that. I don't see the disconnect character-wise or morality-wise with Aziraphale just yet. Yeah, I didn't feel any of that, that disconnect at all for me. But teach their own. But and then lastly, we have Siri 2319. What are your predictions for the last episode based on episode 1 of season 2? And how are we feeling about the new characters and Gabriel's mysterious appearance? Like I said, I have a strong prediction that this is going to end with Heaven and Hell joining forces to just wipe off the planet. You know, if Armageddon didn't do it, they're going to do it, I guess. You know, their own hands, their own accord to keep with the original plan or what was set up at the end of this when Aziraphale, or sorry, with Crowley was like, you know, in the end, it's just going to be us versus them, you know. As far as the new characters go, the shopkeeps, I like her. The one at the record shop, I like her energy, her vibe. She's sweet, wholesome, love her. The other one has some relationship issues that need to be ironed out. I don't know how much they're going to be staple or main characters, but I'm kind of invested in what they got going on. I'm very curious where that's all going to go. Shax, I'm just kind of curious about. I don't, she's a little too much on his side right now in a way that I find a little off-putting considering, you know, hell and all, but we shall see. I'm liking the vibe. I'm liking the vibe right now. But it does, I would say right now, like season 1 definitely still holds the preferential treatment for me. As far as like the feeling that it gives, you know, that's so far, I think if right now, just looking at it, like if I like the vibes with season 1 more than I like the vibes with this right now. But we are just at the start of this again, but it is funny. It is fun. It's got all these different like things that I love about it. It's just something feels weird, but I can't, like I said, I got the closest I can get to kind of pinpointing that earlier on. I guess it's like that lack of urgency is what it is. That blood, that momentum, that through line right now. And we had that right out of the jump with season 1, and we don't have that yet here. It's more of a mystery. So maybe we'll just got to find that pulse. Maybe that's what it is the pulse. Anyway, guys, that is the premiere episode of season 2. I want to know what you all thought. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Or if you want to see the full reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. You also get early access to submit your own comments, questions, and fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes. You can do all that over there as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out Lila Chan's son, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Burr, Calvin Brindley, Sleepy Bastard, Theodore Wolf, and Amy Becca. Thank you guys so much for becoming savers here on the channel, helping sponsor and support the little fur babies that we got taken care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help with all of that. Really appreciate that so much, you guys. And as always, I want to give a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends. You guys and the patrons will keep this ship afloat, sailing forward, allow us to do all these different things that we cover here on the channel, and protect us, be the sword and shield that protects us from the YouTube algorithm, the copyright strikes, and all that kind of crap. Really appreciate you guys, and especially you guys here on YouTube, because without y'all, we wouldn't be here. But that's just video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.